Recently, Nigeria's Minister for Aviation, Sirika, has said that the country could begin to assemble airplanes from start to finish. No, I mean real aircrafts that carry human beings, not something like... According to the minister, the federal government is ready to partner with Magnus Aircraft Industry in Hungary, to commence a complete manufacturing of aircraft in Nigeria before the end of President Buhari's tenure in 2023. It shocked you, Abi? Nah, so it shocked me too. So after a ceremonial unveiling of the logo of a Nigeria Air that refused to fly since 2018, now government is giving us a prospect of assembling aircraft in less than 2 years from now. No be juju be that. Maybe this is one of the reasons why they say what God cannot do does not exist. Anyway, I can't wait to fly in the Made in Nigeria aircraft just after it has taken the president, the vice president, the 36 governors, the senators, and the entire legislators on about 21 trips to and fro. Simple. Moving on, foremost Nigerian actor James Iyke, popularly known as Jim Iyke, got physical with his colleague Uche Maduagwu in a viral video.
For this way you come here, you know they are looking for you. What is he doing here?
The most annoying thing in that video was whoever was recording the scene. You had just one job description: record. I don't understand. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't get the correct velocity and speed of the slap. But we will still make do with what we have. For those who don't know, Uche Maduagwu is known for trolling celebrities. But it seems he messed with the wrong guy this time around. Even though a lot of people believe that this was a PR stunt for Jim Iyke's new movie, I still believe it's a lesson for those who say unverified things about people on social media. That spirit of, I did my house, come and beat me. See, they can actually look for that your house and you will lose your 2 front teeth. Now, how do you explain to your unborn children that you were busy doing cho? So that's it. So Jim Iyke reportedly said the rift has been settled at the time of filing this report. If you call me the Nostradamus of this century, you could be very correct. Because just a few weeks ago, I predicted on the show that the attitude of the Nigerian government towards the medical personnel, could bring about a mass exodus of these professionals for greener pasture. Just a few weeks later, it has been reported that a Saudi Arabia-based firm came to our own country to recruit our own doctors to work abroad.
What you can see behind me right now is the process of the recruitment of Nigerian doctors by the Saudi Arabian authorities.
Did you see that crowd? There's a different perspective to this story that caught my attention. Some people believe that any doctor who is trying to flee this country is an ingrate. Considering the fact that they paid very low tuition to study in government-owned institutions compared to what obtains abroad. Now, let me play the devil's advocate here. Let's even assume the tuition was really low. But is the government trying to compete with the real devil now, who gives you one thing and takes back a dozen? Because I'm lost. Now, what about those who attended private universities? So what do we say about their case? I'm really lost. One of Nigeria's popular TV stations, Channels TV, was queried by the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, NBC, over statements made by the Benue State Governor, Samuel Otom, on one of the station's program where he talked about the security situation in the country. Can you see that every job has its own hazard? 1 minute you are in the studio speaking Queen's English. The next minute your hands are at your back, being interrogated for casting a spell on your guests to say something that could trigger chaos. So in this case, the commission highlighted that the TV station encouraged an act that breached certain broadcasting codes, and they had questions to answer. I think standing in front of a camera to discuss national issues is sometimes harder than piloting a rocket. Now let me paint a picture to you. Imagine a scenario where you ask a guest on live TV an innocent question as a presenter. You just go like, sir, what do you think about the economy of the state? And it gives you a reply like, the economy of the state is suffering a setback because the governor has 2 side chicks who rub his chest around 4 a.m. and tell him how to run the state. And I can mention their names, The craziest part is that you have to keep a straight face, like you are not amazed at the revelation, only for you to get an invitation the next day to explain why you couldn't tell him to shut up on live TV, or go on a sudden commercial break. So that is what it looks like figuratively. So if you don't get a new episode of this show next week, just know that I have been invited to explain my own part to Abuja by Night Boss. My name is Shegazi, and this is what we call it a wrap on this week's episode of Recently. Kindly hit the subscribe button below. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.